Hello everybody and welcome to another week of Makers Monday. I am Anastasia Radloff, aka Stampin' Blondie, and I am excited to be back with you for my very last Makers Monday while I live in Rhode Island. I hope you all had an amazing weekend and an amazing Memorial Day weekend. We didn't have a Makers Monday last week, so I hope you all had a great weekend. Now let me just make sure that I'm live here on Facebook. I'm also live over on YouTube as well. So if you're watching, make sure to comment, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. It's always fun for me to see where everybody is watching from each week. So let's go ahead and check it out. It looks like I am live here on Facebook and I am live on YouTube as well. So we are ready to go. Now, like I mentioned, today is my very last Makers Monday while living here in Rhode Island. A lot of you have been asking on my page, but I thought you just moved to Rhode Island. Yes, I did. We knew, for those of you that may not know, my husband is active duty Air Force, and we knew that this assignment to Rhode Island was only going to be 1 year. And that was for him to attend the Naval Warfare College here in Newport, Rhode Island. And so it was just a 1-year school. He graduates next week from that school, and then we are on to our next assignment. So yes, we literally just moved to Rhode Island less than a year ago. We didn't even get here until July 7th, and then we will be leaving here June 19th. So less than a year we will have been here in Rhode Island. Yes, I know that is very quick and fast, but that's the military life, and we are on to our next place. A lot of you have also asked, where are we going? So we will be heading to Osan Air Base in South Korea. It is about 30 minutes to 45 minutes outside of Seoul. So very close to the big city. Very nervous but excited about going. Last week we had our non-temporary storage pickup. The movers came for those items, and that's because while living in Korea, it is all apartments in towers, and so we will not need any like lawn equipment or garage items. So we will be storing that for the next 2 to 3 years. And then our big household goods shipment, it was scheduled to start this Friday, but they called us today and they said they're not coming until Monday of next week, which is really good because I have an event I wanted to attend on Friday. So I'm very excited that they're not coming until Monday of next week. So this is my last Makers Monday here in Rhode Island, because all of this next week will be getting packed up, and it can take 3 to 4 months to get your items overseas. We've done this before when we lived in Italy. It takes quite a bit, but you get a smaller shipment called unaccompanied baggage, and that will be picked up on June 18th for us. And those are your kind of everyday items, and that will go on an airplane there. It's just one crate of things that you kind of need right away, like dishes and sheets and towels. And so the rest of it will be shipped via boat. So who knows how long that takes to get there. So yeah, Carol, I hope he had a great time in Osan. Everybody that I have heard that has been stationed there in Korea has absolutely loved it. Like I said, I'm nervous. It's more fear of the unknown. I was very nervous to leave, to move to Italy. And when it was time to leave, I did not want to move back to the United States. So, excited, nervous, but I'm really excited about the travel opportunities there. I already have a trip planned, January of 2027. My best friend will be coming to visit me, and we will be going to Tokyo. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so today we are going to be doing kind of a quick and easy project. This is kind of to wrap up my living in Rhode Island, and I can literally go upstairs, look out on my deck, and see the ocean. So today we're going to be featuring the Maritime Moments Kit. This is all about sailing and the ocean and kind of culminating my time here in Rhode Island. And I will so very much miss being able to go to the beach and see the ocean and wake up every day and see the water. I will very, very much miss that. But before we get started, I just have a couple of quick things to go over. One thing I did wanted to mention, I just want to say thank you to everybody. 2 weeks ago, I had a family emergency where we had to say goodbye to our 16-year-old dachshund, Leia. So this is why we did not have Maker's Monday 2 weeks ago. We knew that her time was coming, and she was very sick with doggy dementia, and she was blind and deaf, and her cognitive decline had very much gone down in the past couple of months. So we felt like it was time for her to go. We scheduled a vet to come to our house, and it was such a beautiful day outside. We did it out in our backyard under the sunshine, and I was able to hold her. So just thank you everybody for the grace being able to cancel Maker's Monday that day and just spend some time with her the Sunday prior, taking her to the beach and all the good things the dog should experience before they cross the Rainbow Bridge. So thank you for everybody understanding that. All right, we have a couple of quick announcements to go over before I jump into our projects today. So let's go ahead and swap the camera and we will get started. Now, last week, Stampin' Up! Announced their very first ever virtual album retreat. So if you are a big scrapbooker, this is the perfect opportunity for you to be able to create live projects with Stampin' Up! Via a virtual Facebook Live event. Now, during this event, it'll be held July 16th through the 18th. And it starts at 2 p.m. and it runs through 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Now, if you are like me here on the East Coast, that tends to get a little late for you. But the good thing is it'll all be able to be rewatched later, so that if you need to hit the hay, you can still be able to make the projects then at a later time. Now, during this event, you will craft with the new month-by-month album retreat 2025 kit. And you will make 12 double page layouts for this scrapbook event. And they have pictures of what the layouts will include. So you have January, February, March, April, and so on layouts. And the album kit retreat supplies have everything that you need to be able to create these. Technically, it's 24 projects because you're doing a 2-page layout. But everybody who purchases this kit will be able to have access to the Facebook group where the live event will be held. So there's no need to register after you purchase the kit. Your kit includes the registration, and you'll be sent a link to the group later on. Because this doesn't start until July, there will be some time in between. Now, this kit is while supplies last. So if you are interested in attending Stampin' Up's very first ever virtual album retreat, you can head to the Stampin' Up website and purchase your kit right there. So there are some, like I said, 12 scrapbook spreads, double page spreads. You'll get to learn new techniques and interact with Stampin' Up staff. And the kit is orderable right now, and it's while supplies last. So there is a flyer here. You'll get to see exactly what you make. I'm very interested in this. I'm not a big scrapbooker, but I really think this would be a fun event to attend. Now, obviously, July 16th through 18th, I will be quite busy spending time with family right before we leave, but I could still join that Facebook group and create my projects later. All right, one more thing starting tomorrow is Stampin' Up's June promotion where you buy one suite, get a second for 50% off. Now, a suite from Stampin' Up is everything you need in a one number, ordering number, and it includes a stamp set, dies, or punch, depending on the suite. Ribbon, embellishments, designer series paper. So it's everything that coordinates with that stamp set, really. Now, a bit of advice on this, because it is buy one, get one 50% off. Normally when you shop in the store, say you have something that's $20 and something that's $10, they would take the 50% off of the item that's $10. So my suggestion is, if you have two big suites that you would like, try to get them as close to prices as you would like. Now, you could also do it where you place two orders for your big two suites here and two smaller priced suites, and then it's more even on the getting the 50% off. So the sale includes all suites and suite products from the annual catalog and online exclusives. So this runs through the end of the month and it starts tomorrow. So don't try to place your order today because it won't be buy one, get one. And there will be more TDLs on the Stampin' Up website starting tomorrow. Oh, thank you everybody for the kind words about losing Leia. Like I said, she was almost 17 years old. So it was her time. We kind of debated back and forth if it was the right time to do it. And, you know, it's always hard. You have blinders on when you live with that dog every day, and you may not think she's as bad as she is. But now that she has passed, we do see it was the right thing to do even more. And I'm so happy we got to spend that last day with her, pampering her. I took her to, like I said, I took her to the beach. We went to the park by the beach. She put her feet in the ocean. And she had McDonald's breakfast, and every dog before they pass should have chocolate ice cream with chocolate sprinkles. So she got a little taste of some chocolate right before she crossed that rainbow bridge. And I'm so happy I was able to share those moments with her. All right, so the last thing we're gonna do before we jump into our projects is our very final Makers Monday Prize Patrol. So 2 weeks ago, our Prize Patrol was the heart-shaped bundle. This includes the dies and the stamp set, and our winner from 2 weeks ago, well, 3 weeks ago, I guess, because last week was Memorial Day, then we had Leia's passing, so 3 weeks ago was the heart-shaped bundle. Courtney Glanker Austin Darp. I hope I pronounced your name right. She's such a sweet lady. She watches my videos every week, and you are our winner for this week's Makers Monday for sharing my video last week. Now, because the movers are coming, this is the final Prize Patrol for here in the United States. Prize Patrol will pick back up when I'm all settled. And yes, we will still be doing Makers Monday. Technically, it'll be Tuesday morning for me, but for everybody else, it'll still be evening, and Monday we'll still be doing Makers Monday at the same time. So once I get all settled, we'll be kicking back up with Makers Monday, and Prize Patrol will be happening as well. All right, so like I mentioned here today, we are going to be doing some easy projects as a little homage to my time here in Rhode Island. So this is the Maritime Moments Kit, and you can see the projects here. It has some fun like sailing and beach themed kind of projects. This little boat here reminds me, my mom visited at the end of April, and we did a mimosa cruise, and it was so fun just to kind of go around to the Newport Harbor and just enjoy the time on the ocean and see everything from a different perspective. How big will your apartment be? Now, right now we're waiting to get on the housing wait list, and it can be anywhere between 3 and 4 bedrooms. I have a feeling, because it's just my husband and I, it's gonna be a 3-bedroom apartment. They run about 2,000 square feet. So they are decent size. It's about the same size as the house that we're living in now. So we have purged quite a bit. We have, like I said, we don't have those lawn tools anymore. They're in storage right now. So we'll have plenty of space for our living situation, and it's going to take some time to get used to living in an apartment again, but they are decent size, so I will be excited about that. Yes, I'll still have a craft room, so of course that has to be on the list. Even though it's him and myself, a craft room, it's like guest, or it's like main bedroom, craft room. Like that, nothing else. That's all we need. Main bedroom, craft room, kitchen. You don't need anything else. All right, now I made up one of these projects already so that you can kind of see what it looks like. Now this one says celebrate the good life, so very fun, and like I mentioned, that little boat kind of looked like the one that we went on with our mimosa cruise. But we're gonna create two other projects as well to go along with this theme. Now, Stampin' Up! Kits are great because it comes with everything you need minus adhesive to create these projects. Now, these Stampin' Up! Kits can be anything from cards to home decor, treat boxes, gift bags, and Stampin' Up! Puts out 2 new kits each month. So definitely check out the website. It comes with a Stampin' Block and an exclusive stamp set. It also comes with a Stampin' Spot and then any kind of embellishments. Now this one includes twine, but I'll also be using a Misty Moonlight ink pad maybe. I haven't determined how I'm gonna be doing some of these colors on here. I will let you know. I packed up all of my ink pads this weekend, my Stampin' Write markers. You can see behind me my calyx where I keep my cardstock, all empty in preparation for the movers. We try to do as much prep as we can before they come. If you've never heard about military moves before, these movers, this is the first project we're gonna make. We're gonna just duplicate this card here. The movers, they don't care about your stuff. So they will literally pack garbage. They will pack wet towels. They will pack food. Like if you have apples on your countertop, they will pack those apples. So you really have to kind of watch them and just really have everything kind of organized and ready to go before they come. Now I do a lot more organization, more than the normal person, just because I want to make it easier for unpacking when I get to my final destination. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, I have this little guide comes with it. This is what the stamps look like. So you kind of have this little flourish here, a lighthouse, sailboat, and some birds. So we're gonna be stamping that. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp the lighthouse here in the corner of the card. And so I spent all day today we have oil paintings that we got when we lived in Europe that were like street artists. And when we moved to Rhode Island, you know, they just take the art and they just wrap it in paper or bubble wrap, whatever they do. And the paper stuck to some of our oil paintings. So I got this, it's called, I think it's glassine is how you pronounce it. It's like Glassine, paper. And that I wrapped all of our oil painting artwork in to help protect it from the paper that they use to wrap it up. So the glassine paper will not stick to the oil painting. I found a YouTube video that talked all about that. And so we have quite a few of them. And so they're larger paintings. So I spent half the day doing that. And then the other half was going through my pantry and, you know, I have like flour and sugar canisters on my countertop. And so they will pack those. So I had to dump the flour, dump the sugar, wash the containers, that kind of stuff. It's little things you don't think about until you have to literally move your entire household, and you do it a lot. So it's a little different. Now, this card has this blue stripe here. Now, I've already made some of these cards, so I had just this little blue strip here to use instead. But we're going to take, these are all punch out pieces from the kit, so I don't have to do any kind of die cutting here. It's all really just placing it where you want. Now, I chose a kit not only because it's the maritime theme for Rhode Island, but because, like I mentioned, a lot of my craft room is already packed up. So with this, I have everything I need here, minus my favorite adhesive, to be able to put these cards together, and I can still do Maker's Monday for you guys. So it's a little bit of a different Maker's Monday. Normally I feature like a kit to go, and I feature a specific bundle, but I think you guys understand. It's just a little bit of a transition right now. All right, so here's our first card. You can see Celebrate the Good Life. This is the perfect card, especially because graduations are happening right now. This is the perfect graduation card. You know, you're sailing into the future. So this is our first project for our Maker's Monday here today with the Maritime Moments Kit. Again, you make 9 cards, and it has all the supplies minus your favorite adhesive. So very fun project to put together. All right, also, I forgot to mention, I'm going to be following the kit directions because the other 2 I have not put together yet. So we're going to be working them on these projects kind of as we go along. All right, so our next one is going to feature this fun card base. And because I had some extra pieces, we're just going to kind of step it up a little bit. Oh, Carol, you moved 18 times. So yeah, she totally understands. It is moving, you know, it's not fun. And especially when things go missing. When we moved here, our couch got lost. The bed rails to connect our headboard and footboard got lost. So the good thing is we just bought a new couch and it's here. So I was able to break it in and fall asleep on it last week when we got it. So yeah, it's great to have a couch and it reclines, and so I can put my feet up. It's perfect. So hopefully they don't lose this one. If they lose this one, we're gonna have some issues. Okay, so we have our card base, and again, just like that last card, we have this pre-printed kind of like 3x4 little pieces here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the kind of floral, this kind of pattern here, and we're just gonna do a little stamp up in this upper left corner here with our, this is gray granite ink that it comes with. And these Stampin' Spots are perfect for on-the-go crafting too. And that's gonna go there. Now, while I'm not taking any scrapbook stuff with me in my suitcase, so fun fact, I get to live out of one suitcase for the next 3 to 4 months. So that should be a blast. I only say one suitcase because we're taking our dog Beans with us, and we need a tote for his stuff. So like his dog food and his bowl and those kind of things that we need right when we get there. So he will have a tote, and because we're taking military, a military plane there, you only get 2 suitcases per person, but one of my suitcases will be designated to Beans. So if you see pictures of me wearing like the same 5 outfits all summer, that's because I have like no clothes. I get to wear the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so this is a die cut piece from the kit, and it's the same image as this sailboat. And what we're gonna do, we just added Stampin' Dimensionals to the back, and we're just gonna pop that up a little bit there. Yes, they did reimburse us for the couch. We got a whole $500 for a couch. You know, nowadays that'll get you like a love seat, but I'm not going to complain because they did reimburse us for the couch. Yes, it is very challenging. Like, I can barely decide what I want to wear that morning. How am I supposed to decide what I want to wear the next 4 months? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so we did our little design here, and then we stamped a sailboat kind of in the background. So with this being popped up, it kind of gives that illusion of being the foreground and background here. And we're gonna add dimensionals to the back of this and stick it to our card base. And as you can see, I'm just following the directions. So we have our stamped sailboat, we have the little guy, that background, we added some dimensions to the back of the boat, and we're just following these easy peasy directions. All right, hello, Sarah. Hello, Maggie. Okay, thank you everybody for watching. Yes, I'm excited and nervous. I've never been to that side of the world before. I think that's why I am nervous. I've been all over Europe, so to me that's normal now to me because I live there, but I was very nervous when we left for Italy. I was nervous, but I loved it, so I am keeping an open mind. Okay, the sentiment we're gonna do is to a great guy, and this is just gonna kind of go up here. And then this little anchor, we're gonna use our glue and just kind of put this on here. This is nice and thin, so we're just gonna use a little bit of glue. And this is gonna go in the upper left, right there. And there's our project. Quick and simple, to a great guy. We have Father's Day this month, so this is a great Father's Day card. Again, graduation card. This could be a graduation card, birthday card, any type of really occasion would work for this masculine card. So quick and simple, no bows, no ribbon, nothing on here would really be that difficult. All you have to do is stamp a few things and pop it up. What season will it be when we get there? So right now it's about mid-70s. So I'm planning for that. I'm just gonna plan for summer weather the whole time. We should have our stuff before like fall, like the crisp fall air kind of sets in. So let's say we ship our stuff June, July, August, September. Even if it's 4 months, September is still pretty warm. So yeah, I'm just gonna go with summer clothes the whole time. I'll probably bring a couple sweaters, like cardigans, because you know it gets cool at night. But very simple layering options, stuff that I can wear with multiple things. Except I do have to pack a dress because like I mentioned earlier, my husband's going to that military school and his graduation is next week. So that'll be after the movers have already taken all of our stuff away. So I will have to pack my outfit for that. But it's nice to have kind of an easygoing, nice outfit to have whenever you need it. And it's just like a maxi dress. It's not anything like formal. Okay, our last project is gonna be this one. Now I'm switching it up just a little bit because I only have one of these strips left. Now this card calls for 3 of them, so we're just gonna use one. And I can kind of show you how you can still put these kits together even if you use the pieces in a variety of different ways. So we've got our card base, and this is a landscape card. So we're going to add this strip on towards, let's see, I don't want it because you have 3 strips normally. We're gonna kind of put it like right there because this is gonna go there. So we're gonna put it not right in the middle, but not right at the bottom, kind of right across the middle bottom. It'll make sense. The lower portion of the card, like right there. You just gotta kind of wing it. There we go. Now, this here, we're gonna stamp some birds in the background. So we are officially using now all of the stamps in the kit. So it's nice to be able to use every single stamp that comes with it. And again, gray granite for our birds. So I didn't use the Misty Moonlight, but that's okay. The Misty Moonlight was from a different kit anyways, so I just went with what was in here. So we've got our birds. Seagulls, I swear, they're everywhere and they like to go poop everywhere too. They're kind of a nuisance, but I'm gonna miss them a lot. We're gonna add dimensionals to the back of this circle here. And that's gonna go on the left side of our project. Now there it is. I took a picture, if you saw last week, I took a picture of my foot. We went to Niagara Falls for Memorial Day weekend, and I was not even in the same state, and I had a dimensional backing stuck to my foot. And I had not even been recently crafting before we left, so these things just have a mind of their own. Now this little guy, this pelican, is a punch out from the kit, and we are gonna add him to the right side, but first we're gonna add some of this twine around the bottom of this little stump he's sitting on. Now, of course, we're gonna use the ultimate crafting adhesive that everybody should have in the craft room, Scotch tape. And we're just gonna take a little piece of Scotch tape, you don't need a lot, and we're gonna tape this down here. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna wind the twine around that. So when you flip it over, it gives it that little bit of texture that the wood piece needs. So there we go. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the back. We're gonna take a little piece of Scotch tape and just tape this down. So a fun way to add some texture to your projects. It's not so flat. You have a little bit of dimension there, and it kind of brings it to life too. Now on the back too, we're gonna add some Stampin' Dimensionals, and you definitely wanna add dimensionals because with that twine, it kind of would make it uneven if you tried to glue it on right down to your card. So we're just gonna add some dimensionals here. Yes, these backings follow you everywhere. I shared a picture with my dog, one of them on my dog's nose. I've had one, ladies, I've had one in my bra before. Like, how do these things get below your clothes? Like, they just show up, and I don't know how they get there. Okay, we're also gonna use the To a Great Guy sentiment again, and we're gonna kind of put this, where do we wanna put this? I don't wanna cover up the twine too much. Now, the directions have a different sentiment, but I didn't like that one because it covered up a lot of that twine here. So let's see, would it look okay over here? Yeah, it would be good there. And we're just gonna pop it up with a dimensional. And right there. And there is our last project. See how quick and simple these are? They're really great. And if you really want to step it up even more, you can add in your own embellishments for just a little bit more of some sparkle or shine, maybe some sequins that are like gold toned or silver, just so it's not too much, but it really could step it up just a little bit. But this is what is included in the Maritime Moments Kit. And our last project for our last Maker's Monday here in Rhode Island. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in all 3 of our projects that I featured here today, and you can let me know which one is your favorite. We have the Pelican, we have our sailboat, and then we have the Celebrate the Good Life. So let me know which one in the comments is your favorite here today. I have to say, I don't know, it's a tie between these 2. I really like this kind of sailboat that's on here, so I'm really not sure which one is my favorite, but they're also beautiful and super simple to put together. That was just 3 projects that we did, but multiply this by 3 and that's how many projects come in this entire kit. So a great kit to have. All right, well, thank you everybody for following me on my Rhode Island journey during Makers Monday. I look forward to coming back to you in the fall with my first Makers Monday from South Korea. In the meantime, make sure to follow my Facebook page as I'll be posting our photos as we travel and along the way and the journey of setting up my new craft room in, again, less than a year from when I set this one up. I look forward to seeing you all in the fall, and until then, be safe, continue to craft, and until next time, have a great evening. Bye!